What's up guys, XM360 here, and in today's video I'm doing the first video of a new series I plan on doing. It's going to be kind of like a Grand Theft Auto 5 wishlist series. A lot of other GTA 5 YouTubers out there do this, and I really wanted to start this series up because it's a really nice way to kind of get talking about some things that a lot of people want to see in the game, and it's going to be really interactive too. I'm going to make these videos, and in each video I'm going to list 5 things or features that I'd really like to see added to the game. And then I'm going to have you guys tell me what you guys want to see added in the comments down below. And I'm going to use some of your comments, and I'm going to use them to make future videos of wishlist videos. So your ideas are going to show up in my future videos. So anyways guys, to start, my first wishlist idea, my first thing I'd like to see added to Grand Theft Auto 5 is backpacks. I've really wanted this option added because they already are kind of in the game, but they're not really being implemented properly. The only backpacks we can really get are parachutes, which are cool looking and all, but they're parachutes, they're not really backpacks, and they only look like a backpack to a certain degree. And then you can get the duffel bags, but that's only through the methods of glitching and modding. So the average player really can't get their hands on a good looking backpack, and as you guys can see right here, they give NPCs backpacks all the time. They have the ability to put backpacks into the game, but for some reason they won't let us have these. And I know it doesn't really serve much of a purpose, but I think it would be cool to... It's just a way to customize your character and go for a certain look, and you can have other things too. You can add a whole section in the clothing store of different things you can wear on your back. You can wear duffel bags, you can wear like school backpacks, you could wear the scuba tank that I believe it's Franklin wears in single player, and that could open up a whole new realm of things. You could start scuba diving, and people could really start exploring the ocean more. But that's getting into a whole nother topic. I just really want them to add a section in the clothing store of things that you can wear on your back. Backpacks, duffel bags. They need to make these things available for purchase so that people don't need to do glitches and mods and hacks just to get the desired look they want to have. So, moving on to wishlist item number 2, and this one has been a personal desire of mine for a very long time, and something that they just have not implemented whatsoever. And this is going to be some form of a weather station, a weather service, an app on your phone, and a station on the TV. As a YouTuber who does a lot of GTA 5 videos, there's a lot of times where I'll have a weather-based video where I'm trying to shoot something in the rain, and I want to shoot it in an online session, not in director mode, maybe with some friends, and there's really no way to predict when it's going to rain. And I know it's pre-programmed into the system, so it seems easy enough to me for them to just make an app on our phones where we could, just like the real life, where we can check our phones, our weather app, and it tells us what the week's weather is going to look like. There should be an app on our Grand Theft Auto 5 phones that tells us what the next 7 days in Grand Theft Auto 5 hold as far as weather goes. And then on top of that, they should also add a weather station channel to the Grand Theft Auto 5 television network that allows you to also check up on the weather and what the forecast is going to be for the next 7 days, and then maybe even add a radio station where you could check the weather forecast. So that's something that I really think they should implement, and it would be great for us to be able to kind of... It really adds a feature to the Grand Theft Auto 5 world and makes you feel like... I don't know, it's so easy to do, and it's kind of silly that they haven't done it yet, really. So I really hope they eventually add that in someday. And moving on to wishlist item number 3, this is something that a lot of people in the Grand Theft Auto 5 community have been calling for and are really outraged with Rockstar about, and that's the lack of rare vehicles and rare vehicle hunting. They completely destroyed that in Grand Theft Auto 5, and that was a real longevity piece for the game. That is something that really kept people playing it even when they had no reason to rank up anymore, and they had all the money they want and all the clothes they want. It was still a fun hunt to go hunt down rare cars that you could not purchase, cars that were not easy to find, and that was a whole nother game inside of a game. It was really great hunting those cars down and finding certain areas where they kind of spawn up, and Grand Theft Auto 5 really destroyed that. They made basically every vehicle purchasable, and there are still some holdouts in the game. You can still... I mean, the hearse is kind of a rare vehicle. You can only spawn it up if you find somebody else that has it. But for the most part, I mean, I think the Phoenix and the Futo, I think you still have to find those. But those aren't even really rare. they need to make more rare vehicles that you can't just go out and purchase. I mean, I know they probably want to cater to everybody, and there'll be people out there who whine and say, oh, my friend has a Phoenix and I don't have one, why can't I buy one? But they need to add that aspect back to the game. That was something that was really good with Grand Theft Auto 4. People would hunt down rare vehicles, and for a little while in Grand Theft Auto 5, it was part of the game. But then update after update made every single vehicle purchasable, and now the only small handful of vehicles in the game that are considered rare really aren't even rare. The only reason they're called rare is because you can't purchase them from any website. And then there were some vehicles in the past too that were rare because they had certain parts on them, like you'd find a convertible of a vehicle and you don't normally see a convertible version. And then they just made everything customizable in Los Santos Custom, so those rare variants of vehicles were no longer rare as well. The car hunting was a whole nother game inside the game, and it really kept people playing the game much longer than they normally would. So that's an aspect they really need to add back to the game as soon as possible. So, wishlist item number 4. I really want them to revamp and add some stuff to the Pedal and Metal Bicycle website. Everything else in the game, like boats and the military website and the planes, everything has gotten updates and new vehicles and whatnot. And then the bicycle section has just always been the same. They've done nothing with it. And I'm not saying release an entire DLC about bicycles, but I want them to sprinkle in some little stuff here and there. Like when they release a DLC, maybe just add something. And some things I want to see added. I want to see a chopper bicycle. I think this would be really cool, especially for people that, I don't know, want to make kind of like a gangster character with a chopper bicycle. I think that would be kind of cool. I want them to add a tandem bicycle. I think that would be really cool for people to mess around with friends. I think that could be a lot of fun. And I don't know about this idea. I don't know how well it would work out, but maybe it kind of fits in with when they did the whole Valentine's Day thing, and they did the Roosevelt, and they did the older fashion. I want to see maybe just to mess around with one of those old style bicycles with the really big front wheel. I don't know, maybe that could be fun to mess around with. And then 2 other little things that aren't necessarily bicycles, but I think they could work well in this category, is hoverboards. I think they could implement those in a way that could be fun. And then segways. I think segways would be a lot of fun, especially if they made maybe some segway cops, like the mall cops that you see. I think segways could be really fun in the game. So I want to see some of these things added to the Pedal and Metal website, because they really have done nothing with this website when everything else in the game has gotten an update. And one last thing I forgot to mention for the bike idea, I want them to add beach bikes too. Anybody that's ever seen one of these knows that they're specially made with giant tires for riding on sand. So they could add these bikes to the Grand Theft Auto 5 game, and they could make it so that these bikes handle a lot better and go a lot faster on the beach and in sand. So idea number 5 is something that I'm really hoping someday becomes part of the game. I don't know if they've just never come up with this idea on their own, but it's another one that would be really easy to implement. I want them to add customizable picture frames to the apartments and houses in Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, that might not seem too cool to you guys, but really being able to display your Snapmatic photos publicly in your apartment would really give us a reason to bring people up to our apartments. Right now in the game, I really don't find myself going to my apartment very often at all, and I almost never bring anybody up there. But that would really be a good reason to bring a lot of people up to your apartment, show them what you've seen and done in Grand Theft Auto 5, and decorate your home and your house with the photos you've taken. It really gives us more of a reason to take these photos too, and it lets us show them off a lot better. So anyways guys, that wraps up my first wishlist episode, and it's a little bit on the longer side. I'm going to see if I can work on cutting that down a bit. I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see in the game and what wishlist ideas you guys have. So if you guys enjoyed this new type of video, hit that like button down below. Let me know what you guys think, and if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button for more amazing GTA 5 videos just like this. And as always guys, thank you for watching from XM360.